Final update, my ex tried to sneak their way into my life again. After a whole bunch of phone calls from random numbers, I finally got one from Ghost's father. He was always a gentleman who I got on with, so I sent him a polite message saying if this was about the flat, please direct this to my solicitor and give him the details. He said okay, and she said he contacted her and is going in to meet her on Friday. So I guess I could update the title to entitled Ex Wants Me to Be Her Landlord. I did some snooping on social media. I deleted my Facebook years ago. It seems that Ghost and Karen's other housemate is getting married soon. They were all living rent-free in the bride's nan's old house, so I'm guessing impending nuptials are the reason Ghost and Karen are looking for somewhere new and cheap to live. Not really my problem though. Update 3, probably the final one, has taken a turn from the entitled to just plain dumb. With my apologies, there is not much drama and it is all secondhand. Karen, Ghost and Ghost Dad met with a solicitor today, where they unveiled their secret weapon. They had a copy of my lease with FM. I was right, in that their rent-free ride was over, and they had no money saved. Ghost had been used to me as a cash machine for years, I guess, so thought I would just roll over? Lol no, as the kids might say. So these brainiacs' plan was that they would take over the existing lease agreement with FM and GF without my involvement. They had a key, they had my payment details from the tenancy agreement. GF just cost FM and her a wedding gift. Skeptical. Luckily the account's sole purpose was for rent, so I can change that number easily. They thought they could just write their names on the form as well and it would be legally binding. Never mind the fact that there is no subletting, the agreement was with someone else, and the agreement was terminated by FM. Solicitor says they only tried to argue their point for a minute before giving up. Meeting at her office gave her real home field psychological advantage, I think. That and, you know, every freaking law in the land. She was laughing on the phone about it. Honestly, these people are nearly 40. How they have no idea how a lease works is beyond me. Although I don't think they believed it, I think it's just because they got caught and are trying to spin long stupid story short. Ghost Dad has agreed to pay a moving company to collect the boxes and bring them to his house. I need to be there for that, but I will slam the door at the first sign of anyone other than a mover. I'm out about 350 quid in solicitor's fees. I can accept that. Like I said, no wedding preset for FM now. I mean, I'd preferred not to have that happen, but who knows what would have happened if they got in or got their day in court. There is a non-zero chance I could have been screwed by a justice based on some sob story. Even in the likely case I'd win, the only people who make money on these things are the lawyers. Punitive damages aren't really a thing here. The courts would just send everyone on their ways. At least I'll always have a video of my ex failing to pull a fast one on me, and the record of her being called to my solicitor's office like they've been called to the office by the head teacher. Quick note on why I didn't just chuck her things out the door. Flats here tend to open to outside, not a corridor, so it would be the same as chucking it out in the rain. And there is a legal duty of care. It's called being an involuntary bailee. It sucks, but it's a pretty common landlord problem. And Karen is a Karen. At least twice I've seen her complain in a restaurant to get her meal comped. Rules are a weapon to use against others. She would absolutely have made trouble for me. That's hopefully it. Thanks for sticking with me. Apologies if it didn't live up to the expectations of drama. Hopefully at the very least it will serve as a cautionary tale about changing locks if you get dumped.